angels willing to hold us in their arms. When our words of stone are ashes and we both passed on, let forever mean forever and carry on.
Good afternoon. Yikes, got the audio monitor in here a little loud. Pardon me. Man. So, first off, apologies for not doing a show on Friday. Took a little day to reset and enjoy just cooking out. Just kind of enjoying spending some time outside. And we didn't get started on cooking until a little bit later in the day. And so I didn't want to rush and you know, just basically try to kill myself to get ready for the show and all of that, and get everything pulled down and all of that, because I don't want to leave our furniture, you know, our patio furniture. I don't want to leave it outside or the umbrella or anything like that. I'll put it in the shed. I'll put the chairs and the umbrella in the shed. That way the sun doesn't fade it and, you know, damage the material and all that on the umbrella. So anyway, just decided to take the day off and enjoy it. So anyway, we are back. I did fly the drone a little bit, very, very, very little bit on Sunday. On Friday. Not a lot. There was a little bit of wind, and I got interference, shockingly close in distance, but I didn't have my parabolic antennas on either. Now, in hindsight, I really wished I would have put them on. But anyway, I did take it up yesterday just for a quick shot. We had some storms coming in, and I didn't get it up before the first set of storms came in, which would have been a better shot. But I did get it up. I did get it up right before the second set of storms moved through, and got a picture. I wanted to be kind of down close, not only because I didn't want to risk the chance of winds all of a sudden picking up and blowing it away, but also because I wanted to be able to see the detail of the buildings and the trees and stuff like that. I think that's where a lot of drone photographers and videographers fail. I think they like to get way high up there, and you miss the detail that way. You just miss the details. So I wanted to get a picture of the storm front moving in, and I did. It's not a really impressive storm front, but nonetheless, its picture turned out great. So that was with the ND8 filter. And of course, manual settings on the camera, and then I did do a touch of color grading and a little bit of dehazing in Lightroom on that image. But other than that, man, that drone takes just incredible images. So anyway, moving on. Next thing to mention today was an interesting day here locally. There was a flyover. Let me look at this to get the information correct. It was the 932nd Airlift Wing, and they were honoring the frontline workers fighting COVID-19, and a salute to the medical heroes. And what it was is they were flying, I keep saying a C-130. It's not a C-130. It's, is there a C-40? Something like that. I don't know if they say, I'm sure they do. Yeah, C-40C aircraft. Not a C-130. Anyway, so they were doing that flyover today, and I had intended on filming it. I got all set up and all of that to video it, and yeah, it came in from a totally different direction than it should have. Question mark. Because I know where it was supposedly coming from, And I had the camera all set up, all aimed and everything else. And then I heard a jet, and I realized, man, I think that's behind me. And I looked behind me, and sure enough, there it was right there. You'll see the video. Here's the video real quick of that. So that's what I could get of that. I thought that was I thought that was cool, though. At least I did catch it, even though it wasn't ideal. At least I did catch it. Now I did see on Facebook there was somebody actually at the hospital that recorded video as well, and got a real good video of it. I don't have it on hand to show you, but. Yep, that was today at approximately 12:15 p.m. our local time, and kind of interesting. I was trying to make a mental note not to forget to try to get that on video. Of course, the drone was absolutely grounded today. It was not going to go up and get any pictures or video of that. Because I'm not an effing idiot. So anyway, wow, I got that all out of the way. Now, the next order of mention, and let me get something up in the background here real quick because I done forgot to. Yeah, that happens. It's all good though. It's all good. Okay, so anyway. I had said last week that Tony had sent me some money for my birthday, and that's much appreciated. Thank you. And I said that when I had spent that money, that I wanted to do so in the spirit in which you would buy a gift for someone. And I think, and this is my opinion, I think that, you know, the best gift you can get for someone is something that is practical and something that they will use often, you know. Sometimes some of the silliest little things make the most wonderful gifts because they're just so useful. Well, if you know me and you know my lifestyle, you know that there is something that I do daily or like to do daily, and and I like customized things. I like personal things, and so this is what I got. It's a dugout, and it's got I'm not sure if that is glass or not ceramic, quartz. Sorry. The actual hitter. I don't know if that is glass or if it's actually quartz, because it is a very, very high quality one. But anyway, as you can see, it's got the Watchman News logo that's actually engraved in it. I believe laser engraved in it. Absolutely incredible job on that. I mean, just remarkable job. The box itself, let me just say, my neighbor, he knew I was looking for a box before I got this, and he happened to go to a local shop, and they had some boxes for like $16, and he picked me one up, and you know, it's just a cheap, inexpensive little box with a little aluminum bat in it, and not really well made, well fitted, or anything else. And to be quite honest, I thought when I had ordered this, I thought, you know, well, it's probably going to be a really cheap quality blank. You know, it is what it is, you know. I was shocked when I got this and saw how well the lid fits on the box, and just how snug it is, how it stays snug. It's a good quality box. It's a really good quality box. Plenty of room in the dugout area. Just absolutely incredible. So I wanted to not only let you know what I did, but I wanted to give a shout out to an absolutely remarkable job. Let me show you something on this. I was concerned at first when I wanted to try to have our logo done, because you have to understand there are some pretty fine parts to our logo that I did not know could be pulled off. What I'm likely going to do at some point, I'm probably going to order another one of these for myself, and I'm going to find out how I can inlay into that, because that's what I want to do. Even if it's just clear epoxy, so that way I can preserve it, so that no matter what, nothing can happen. But let me just click on that to bring that picture up actual size there, and look at that. There's a line right there. If you can, yeah, you can see my mouse. There's a line right there that it's there. It preserved that. And there's actually a little line right here that it did a really good job of preserving that. Man, that equipment that this woman uses is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I was shocked at how well of a job that it did. So anyway, I want to pass along where I got this from. I am going to put out today's monologue video and a recording, and when I do so, I'm going to link this as well in that recording, and I'll link it now in the chat for those that are here live that might be interested in one of these. But anyway, here we go right here. The store is FunEngravings. FunEngravings, and that is the store. There you go. That's it. It's $20 if you get the aluminum bat. If you want the glass one, and again, I can't tell you for sure if that's glass or quartz, because it's really nice. It's really nice. But anyway, that's $27. It's an extra $7 if you get the better bat. So anyway, absolutely remarkable. Again, FunEngravings is the here. Let me just get you the link to their store. That way you can see, because they got more. Hang on here. I don't know why I'm flipping through those screens. That's not where the chat room is. Hang on here. I'm trying to get rid of all the extra stuff in the chat, so that way you guys just get the store that comes up. Let me make sure that worked proper. Sweet, it did. Okay, because she's also got like little stash boxes. Here, let me bring it up. Why am I being such a tard? Because it's Monday. That's why I'm being a tard. So she's got the pop socket things. I don't do the pop socket things, but she's got like stash jars and of course one-hitter boxes. She's got designs, I guess, that she's already got, or you can order your own custom designs. So very fair prices, and extremely good work, incredibly good work. So again, I wanted to pass that along for those that are into this kind of thing, or even if you're not, like the stash jars, you know, whatever, you know, if you take medications or whatever, it's just a really nice jar. I mean, hang on, I'm trying to bring up this picture of it. Just in my opinion, a really nice jar. So, you know, and they've got custom, you can get these custom made as well. So anyway, I thought that I would pass that along. Let me get that closed. Let me have a sip of coffee here. Man. Ah. I am telling you, I am just thoroughly whooped, and it's just Monday. I was pretty hard at it, nonstop, trying to get everything organized and together, and I've got just a little bit more to go. Not much, but my body needs to take at least a day, maybe two, just to kind of recoup a little bit, and then gonna go through, finish up what I need to do here. Then I'm gonna get busy on projects, including getting a new backdrop for our screen here. So obviously I didn't get that messed with over the weekend, Hadn't even gotten started on it, but I'm still laying it out in my head anyway. I do that a lot, most of the time anyway. I lay things out in my head before I actually go in and do things. And I really only got one thing placed in my head at this point, and that's that ticker tape that you see there. I want to put that at the very top of the screen. I want to put the ticker tape, and I don't want to make the ticker tape, if I can say it right, go quite all the way across the screen. I want it to stop just a little bit, and then I want to put the time and date on right next to the side of it. So that way, time and date and a news ticker is all there, but up out of the way, not interfering with the screen. And then I will have the screen, and again, I'm going to try to go with full screen of everything. That meaning that video, and then I'll probably have a relatively small lower third with likely just the Watchman news and maybe the web address. Just something very simple, something very basic. And then the other thing is the Watchman news logo that spins when I do this. You can't hear me when that's spinning because I don't have the audio attached to that particular scene. But anyway, that spinning logo, I'm going to put that on there. I couldn't do that before. If I was doing a live show and I had that spinning logo running, my old computer was not fast enough to be able to do all that video processing. By the time I was playing YouTube videos and all that, reprocessing the video through Wirecast and then pushing it out, it used to be multiple streams. My computer just couldn't do all that. This computer, however, can do that without even batting an eye. So it's time I get busy and get us a really, really cool looking screen. And I really do hate cutting the screen size down on you guys, because if it's something that you need to read text, that makes it even harder for you to read, and I hate doing that. So I'm going to try to go with a very basic, simple layout. So that's hard to do when you need to rely on animated things, I guess I should say, to be able to get all the information, the data and stuff like that you need on screen all the time, while you have plenty of real estate, so to speak, for your video content as well in the back. So it's kind of a tricky thing to do. If your computer's not fast enough to be able to run animated things along with the video, then you're stuck. You're stuck with the video, and that's it. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to try to make something really cool. I'm going to try anyway. Okay, let me run through normal stuff real quick. Amazon affiliate, we're up to $12.37. And I do believe that all the items are shipped. And the reason I say that is because on the first of the month, we had one item that showed shipped. So we were already one ahead. So I do believe we're all caught up on that. So for those that partake in the Amazon affiliate program, thank you very much. For those that don't know about it, we're an Amazon affiliate. There's a link in the description of the videos, as well as at thewatchmannews.com in the top right. There's a button there. In that link, if you click that link, it essentially just takes you to Amazon, but it does so with our special link. So when you make a purchase, the items don't cost you anything more, but it throws a little bit our way for the sales. So all those little bits add up, and it's much, much appreciated. Gonna forego the Teespring stuff until I get more stuff added to it. The other way, if you want to help out, is our PayPal donate link. That is also in the description of the videos, or at thewatchmannews.com in the main menu there. That just takes you to our PayPal donate page. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can do so as a guest with a debit or a credit card. But I always let people know it will say Transforming Disabilities up top, but it also says Purpose the Watchman News donation. That way you know you're in the right place. So now that we got all that garbage out of the way, let's run over, let me run over some coffee. Run it over my tongue anyway. Ah, I'm doing better. I truly am with the coughing and stuff. It's not an overnight thing. It just slowly lets up and slowly lets up. So, but I'm doing better. So that is good. Okay, let's run over some numbers real quick. Then we'll get in some headlines. We'll get in some news, and we'll get the hell done with this Monday. All right, globally. Total confirmed cases, 5,453,784. Active cases, 2,916,588. That's up 51,750. Recovered cases, 2,191,310. That is up 47,495. Fatal cases, 345,886. That is up 2,770. That is remarkably better, is it not? Just think about this. It wasn't that long that just the numbers in the United States alone, the fatal cases were making jumps like that, close to it in a 24-hour period. It was over 2,000 cases, if I recall right, for several days, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's get to the United States. Total confirmed, 1,693,618. Active cases, 1,244,904. That is up 9,441. Recovered cases, 350,248. That is up 10,952. Fatal cases, 98,466. That is up 560. I sure hope that number is correct. Not that I want any fatalities, don't misunderstand me. I want that number to be 0, but I can't do nothing about that. In comparison to what we have witnessed for weeks upon weeks, that's much better. Much better. Man, hell of a ride, folks, and this is wave 1. Wave 1. Nothing compared to wave 2. And why? Because we don't learn from history. Because we don't learn from history. It's right there. Right there for us to learn. All we got to do is pick up a book and read it. And watch us do the same dumbassery today that they did 100 years ago. Right? And in the same dumbassery that they did 100 years before that. And the same dumbassery that they did 100 years before that. Why? Because we're dumbasses. It is what it is. All you can do, folks, is protect you. Okay? I've said that all along. Right? This isn't just about a virus. This is about self-defense in your home. This is about every place you go. You are responsible for your own personal safety and security, and only you are responsible. Nobody else is responsible for you. Absolutely not. So, if you choose, protect yourself. Right? If you choose not to protect yourself, fine, but don't belittle those that choose to. You don't know. That person you're mocking might have an autoimmune deficiency. You have no idea. They might be battling cancer and going through chemo. You don't know. So acting all like the tough guy and mocking somebody for wearing a mask or trying to take those extra little precautions to make sure they're safe. So you walk in their shoes, you have no idea why it is they are making their choices, and you know what? It ain't none of your fucking business. Plain and simple. Crazy what I'm seeing go on. It truly is. Truly is. Folks need to learn to respect one another's choices. Right? I shouldn't expect to be able to force you to wear a mask in public. In public. Now, if I own a business that's got a retail store and I ask of people to wear masks if they come in the store, I expect them to respect that. I would respect it even if I did not feel the need to wear a mask. I would respect that. Why? Because I'm the guy that raised hell when the baker was getting sued because he wouldn't bake a cake for the gay couple. Because he has that right. The right to refuse service to anyone. Anytime. For any reason. There's a reason why we have that right. It's to protect business owners, right? It's not to be able to display rampant racism or homophobia. No, it's to be able to protect the business owner from crapola like that, from having to battle in a court system and lose God knows how many thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars, right? Ridiculous. No? So I can't sit here in good conscience sit here and say, well, that's bullshit. A private business shouldn't be able to tell you whether you have to wear a mask in there. It's bullshit. Yes, they can. And I'll support their right to do so. Whether I support the idea that I need to wear a mask or not, that has no bearing on it. No bearing on it. That would be allowing my emotions to affect not only my logic, but my constitutional values. And I'm not going to do that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's how they've got the people that are battling this so hard. They've got them by the emotions. They've got the people on the left that are afraid to open their front door. They've got them afraid to death of their own shadow right now. And they've got the people on the right thinking that by businesses asking you to put on a mask, that you're somehow going to strip them of every natural born right that they have ever known. Right? Fucking drama queens on both sides. Seriously. I wish they would grow up. But they won't. And all we can do is get prepared for it. Because again, round 2 is going to be ugly. Because we never learn. I'm not, by the way, let me make this very clear. I'm not advocating that we all hide out in our homes, not go anywhere, not do anything. We got to get stuff moving, like yesterday, okay? And I'm kind of confused by this slowly rolling out, no, open up, boom. I got to thinking about this. And largely throughout the nation, numbers are down. Down. Looking mucho better, right? Here's the thing. We rip this off like a Band-Aid and open up, we can get people back to work. So we can produce as much as we can possibly get done before wave 2 hits. If we slowly open up things, we will get a little bit of stuff done, and wave 2 will come. And you'll have governors like Pritzker and all of these others that are going to want to push the doomsday button and completely shutter everything for life, because that's what they do. Any chance that they get to seize power, man, I'll tell you what. I really have to bite my tongue when it comes to Prickster. I really gotta bite my tongue with that son of a bitch. Man, he really needs, I'll just say he really needs to go his little fat ass back to his family business and get the fuck out of the United States. I mean, he is a disgusting pig. And I'll tell you what. It is saddening to me. It is sickening to me to see that somebody like him can remain in that position this long. And I'll leave that at that. But you want to talk about a slimy, conniving, cunning piece of shit. Governor J.B. Pritzker takes the cake. He truly does. He truly does. You think, well, I know that the choir here is probably going to be more likely in support or at least in favor of Trump. I get that. But regardless, Trump's a very egotistical person. Extremely egotistical. Whether you like him or not, that's a fact. But I'll tell you what, Trump doesn't hold a candle to Pritzker. Doesn't hold a candle to him. Not even close. Little fat boy thinks that mommy and daddy's money is the end-all, be-all of the world. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It truly doesn't, folks. It may appear to right now, but let me remind you of something. Today's world is mucho different than a world without rule of law. Okay? The old term, eat the rich, ring any bells? Their day's coming. Their day's coming. Okay, locally, our zip code, we bumped up too. We are now at 13 confirmed cases for our location. So we did bump up too. I'm not sure exactly when that happened. Okay, let me have a vape, go over some headlines. We'll get into some video stuff. I'm going to bed. No, I'm kidding. I'll play the whole show. Let me have a vape. I've earned it. All right. Okay. 5.8 quake hits New Zealand, shakes buildings in Wellington. That was about a day ago from the time that I posted this. Let's see. U.S. imposes COVID-19 travel ban on Brazil visitors, excluding Americans. Over 70 people evacuated from hospital in Russian Far East after roof catches on fire. Anybody else tempted to do it? Anybody else? No? No? Only me. I'm the only one. Really? The roof is on fire. God. I'm just that lame, I guess. Okay. At least I didn't get nothing thrown at me. Brazen power grab. GOP sues California Governor Newsom over plan to send mail-in ballots to all registered voters. Iranian tanker docks at Venezuelan port after braving stormy waters to deliver first fuel shipment despite U.S. blockade. Big Pharma steered public money away from pandemic research and into profit-making projects for years, says a watchdog. India steps up efforts to lure companies moving out of China. MMA fighter, which we normally don't cover sports-related stuff, but this is beyond that. MMA fighter named among 9 arrested after shootout with Kalashnikov rifles in Moscow. Ever thus to tyrants, watch protesters hang effigy of U.S. governor in anti-lockdown protests. This was in Kentucky, right? Kentucky. People have had enough. We have to be self-responsible. Man, I keep saying that over and over and over. We got to be responsible, folks. We just got to be responsible. Got to be free, right? But we have to understand that with freedom comes consequences. We make choices, and either they're smart ones or they're not. And we have to live with those choices. And just remember that. Just remember that. We have to live or not live with those choices. Our loved ones have to live or not live with those choices. And unfortunately, when it comes to stuff like this, in some cases, our loved ones are dependent on their life, whether they live or not, is dependent on our actions. Because if we go out and we catch something like this and then bring it home to our loved ones and they catch it, man, just be careful. I'm not saying that if you're a vibrant, healthy human being that you should be so concerned. Understand, it doesn't mean that you're in the clear. By all means, doesn't mean you're in the clear. But you've got a damn good chance of coming out of it. Damn good chance. But maybe your elderly parents, grandparents, friends or whatever that have health conditions might not be so lucky. So just be responsible. Be free, but please be responsible. Let's see. EU mole slapping U.S. big tech with digital tax to help finance economic recovery from COVID-19. Japan lifts COVID-19 state of emergency, eyes new stimulus package. Germany's struggling carrier Lufthansa. How do you say that? Lufthansa. Agreed, whoever the hell they are, agreed to a $10 billion state rescue package. Maybe they could do like a renaming to something I can pronounce, perhaps. Russia plans to build a replacement for the International Space Station, won't allow moon privatization, says the space agency chief. So, how do you make that decision? How does one say, and this goes for any country, not just Russia, that goes Russia, United States, how does one say, these are the rules that I am placing for the moon? Whatever. Well, companies forced to renegotiate deals or risk losing it all. They're in some trouble, serious trouble. Russian prosecutors seek 18-year sentence for ex-U.S. Marine accused of espionage. UK hospital shuts to all new patients due to high number of COVID-19 cases as country prepares to ease lockdown further. Russia, see, why didn't we do this in the United States? This only makes sense. This only makes sense. Do you see that image? That image says COVID-19 keep apart. And that completely makes sense. Okay, so like here, right, we've got gun-free zones, right? Gun-free zones. And we all know that there are never any kind of violence that happens in a gun-free zone because it's a gun-free zone, right? So if we keep the concentration of COVID-19 particulates from bunching up in an area. Like, maybe we could put in some laws, like that if COVID-19, if there are like 3 or more COVID-19 particles in 1 square inch or something, I don't know, we'll figure this out, right? Work with me here. Then that will be some type of a gang-related activity or something. We could make it a felony, right? And put these signs up everywhere. We never have to worry about COVID-19 again. It'll fix it. It'll take the signs. It'll work. It'll work. Believe me. Believe me. Russia ramps up gold production, adding the country's huge bullion reserves. Orwellian dictatorship. Italian government to recruit 60,000 civic assistants to snitch on COVID-19 rule breakers. You mean contact tracers? Better and safer. As Russia prepares to open up, Prime Minister urges citizens to holiday at home. We're doomed. Terrifying scenes as massive locust swarm invades Indian city. I mean, what are we going to have here? We got famine, pestilence, locusts. I mean, what more do we need here? We got the smorgasbord of revelations happening right now. Who suspends trials of Trump-chosen hydrochloroquine drug over safety risks for COVID-19 patients? That's probably a big headline. I'm sure there's mucho more to hear when it comes to that particular subject. Chinese media trolls Pompeo, depicting him using dollars to lure Hong Kong protesters to hell. Oh, now I've got envisioning the church lady from Saturday Night Live. Let's see. Spain's coronavirus death toll drops by 2,000 after new counting system introduced. Flying roofs and torn off balconies. At least 3 dead as massive hurricane rips through capital city of Russia's Urals. So, that would be the headlines. Wow. Okay, let me go ahead and close up the monologue. It's been a little while since I've done that, but I do want to put this out. So anyway, for those of you here for the live show, stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be live until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. For those here just for the monologue, or if you're watching the recording later on, thank you very much. As always, God bless you. We love you, and be one with your spirit.